All right, so it says start streaming. So what happens when I start streaming? I'm not quite sure. So we are now testing. So I am testing the emergency broadcast system. No, all right, so what am I testing? I get to see if I know how to switch cameras in this thing. Okay, so let's switch the cameras. That's the Sony, the white Sony, and that's two different looks. All right, so we got two different looks, and we have, oh, we got people coming in. Uh-oh, I did the same mistake twice. Okay, well, this is good practice, okay? So I got to figure out where that mistake is. But what I want to do is, I think I found a way to make the comments appear. Abracadabra. Well, I guess not. Oh, wait a minute. I see. Scott says, here we go. Okay. All right. All right. What the heck is happening here? So if I switch on Jonathan, he says, yo, yo. Hey, Jonathan. I'm messing around, okay? This is not really a good broadcast to be screwing with because I want to see what's happening. All right, so we are, all right, so what did I do? I added a couple of cameras more. So I think I got all 4 of my cameras connected to the OBS software. So that is how you put a comment on the screen now, which is something that I really did not know, okay, how to do. So Roger says, OBS Night Owl. It looks a little jittery to me, and I don't know why. And I don't know how to fix it now. As a matter of fact, Sly is saying exactly that. So it's glitching. I wonder if the new comment thing is causing that. So let's turn the comment off and see if that clears up. All right, so there's no comment on there. Now I'm going to swing back and forth. Okay. That's kind of so-so. Let's see if I go into the settings and see what is happening. Do you think I know how to work these settings? Not one bit. Okay, so let's go to stream and see output maybe? Yeah, 15,000 characters per second. Audio is 192. So that looks okay. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's my computer. So Scott says, would, let's see if I click on your name here, Scott, if it pops up. There it does. Now that's a miracle, because we didn't have that before, honestly. All right, so would 1080 eliminate the glitching? It might. 1080 might eliminate the glitching. So here's my question back. Do you know, I mean, do you want me to actually lower the quality after being a photographer and having top of the line quality? Do you think that I should do that? But that might be a trade-off that I might have to happen. Okay, so Alex says your voice is not in sync. There's another thing, Alex, that I don't know how to fix. So I better start making notes on all this stuff. Where's the pen? Oh, there it is. Okay, so find out if there is a sync section. Number 1. Number 2, find out if there's something causing, or that would cause, let's scratch that out. Find out if there's something that would cause a glitch. It could be my speed on my computer. Here's Martin. How you doing? Morning, Peter from the UK. How are you doing? Oh, I'm playing all kinds of stuff. Oh, you know what? when I do the comments, like I didn't bring this one up by Sly that says stuttering, okay, it stays white. So actually this is an easy way to actually figure this out. I forgot. Was OBS optimized for streaming or recording? Both. Okay. So yeah, for sync there should be a latency in the audio tab, but I haven't gone through the settings in a long time. Well, this is my first time, so I'm not sure. Not only that, your comment is scrolling off the edge of the screen. So there's another thing. YouTube had it set to 720. I switched it to 4K and it smoothed out some. Now if I rock back and forth, actually it's a little smoother now. So what's going on? Okay, so, and then if I want to get rid of a comment, I hit the clear button. All right, so let's go down to the sitting camera. Okay, and let's sit the big butt down. All right, so what have I accomplished here? All right, so this is the Nikon sitting, and I think I have another scene where I'm actually closer. So I can actually see the delay myself. So I would say it's about 4 to 6 frames off. Now, I don't know how to fix that, and I have to look it up, so that's what happens. Okay, I have to actually look it up and see. So if I double click on the audio section, nothing comes up in terms of properties. So, whoops, but I just did lower my volume. All right, so how does the mic sound, never mind the delay? I'm bypassing the ATM mini sound system. So the mic is plugged directly smack dab into the Mac Mini. Maybe that's what, no, because I'm using a hub. Aha, that might be causing it to have a delay. Now, can I fix that while I'm on the air? Can I try something while I'm on the air? All right, let's try something while I'm on the air, okay? I'm going to unplug the mic. I better not do that. I mean, I don't know enough about this program to start like with Ecamm. All right, so I'm going to find out a real, Jonathan says that the audio sounds clear. Good. Okay, so the audio sounds clear. Now, if I be quiet for a second, I do have the air conditioner running in the room, but it's not running through any kind of a noise gate like I do with Ecamm. So let me be quiet, and then somebody tell me if we are actually getting any noise from the air conditioner. Do you hear the air conditioner? You might hear it slightly. Is it offensive? Is it another thing I need to fix? Okay, or just shut the AC off, but then it could get very, very hot in here. So Sly says the audio sounds clear, but I did have to turn it up compared to your Friday night show. I could see on the meter, okay, so let me do something real quick. Let me get the transmitter out of my pocket. Are you happy to see me, or is that a transmitter in your pocket? Okay. All right, so let's make the transmitter a little louder. All right, so now it's at minus 18 dB, and now it's at minus 9 dB. So I raised it up from minus 18 dB to minus 9 dB. So don't just listen to it, say, oh, it sounds great. Okay, what you want to listen for is you want to listen for the air conditioner, and you want to hear for, listen for distortion. So I need to write that down. So it's set at minus 9. It's set at minus 9 dB now. Testing. All right, so it's hitting the red. So I'm guessing we're hearing a little distortion, but I'm going to wait to hear from you guys. So Sly says she does not hear. Sly came and went. Got to figure out how to work this thing. I don't hear the AC. It's making me think I need to save up in less than a month and get the Ecamm so I can just go back to where I know what I'm doing. Okay, and then Jonathan says, barely heard anything from the AC. Only if I max it out on my headphones. So if you're listening to headphones, you have an advantage because you've got basically like a closed loop right into your ears. So let me be quiet a second at the minus 9 dB. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, anybody hearing anything offensive? Okay, so Alex says, no, I don't hear the AC, and you sound better now. Oh, that's a very nice thing to say. All right, so let's go over to the stand-up camera. Okay, and I actually see it freezing up a little bit. So we do have a problem happening. I just don't know where it is. Okay, so let's hide this under my shirt. All right, so this is at minus 9. And Jonathan is saying that he does not hear any peak distortion. So I have to not double click. I haven't heard any peak distortion yet. Actually, I may be wrong. That's okay. Scott says, I would love to learn OBS from you. I found it confusing to try. Well, that's another thing. I don't think I could show you my screen. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Okay. Jonathan says, my volume on my AirPod Pro 2S is like at 55 to 60%. So I'm basically interested if the air conditioner is offensive or not. Even if it is just a little bit, you've got to consider me for one quick second. If I turn it off, this room is going to get hot and I'm going to be very uncomfortable. Okay? So I did not do a speed test. Okay, so this is what I want to hear. Sly. With headphones on, I can hear the AC, but it's not bothersome. So I could do this with the AC on. Hallelujah. All right, so I like that. All right, so now technically I'm able to walk to the back and the camera should follow. I can lean up against the piano. Okay, I can see the stuttering. It's actually annoying, okay, because I spent so much time not having stuttering. So, are we having good time yet, boys? Good time yet, boys and girls? Okay, so let's see if I click on this a second time, it does go away. Okay. Yeah, Jonathan, that's what I'm trying to ride the balance between having the AC on and it is not bothering. So it's not offensive to you. I'm in California and AC is truly important. Well, me being in Miami. Okay, so let's try one little thing. All right, let me turn the volume from minus 9 to minus 12. All right, so the volume now is at minus 12 on the this thing in my pocket. So the stuttering and the skipping is something that I really want to work at. Okay, so if I could sell something, I could raise $300 to $400. I just pay for Ecamm for the year. Okay. So Scotty says the AC unit is not a problem. I can hear it on my iPad, but if you use a limiter, which I can't, unless I go to Ecamm, that should make it doable. Okay. So I just lowered it from what? From minus 9 to minus 12. So Scotty says minus 12 is too weak. Okay. Great times. Yes, that's good. Minus 12 is too weak. So the volume is not good enough. Turn your volume all the way up because I am touching the yellow. Okay. Oh, good. Charles is here and he knows OBS. Be kind to me, Charles. This is brand new, buddy. I don't know what the Hell I'm doing. So Be very gentle with me. You don't want to shake me up, Charles, okay? Be sweet as pie, okay? I'm asking you as a personal ask. You need to tweak it up. OBS has a denoiser built in that you need to enable. Okay, that's good. I have to do that. So does everybody agree that minus 12, AC diminishes greatly at minus 12, but can you raise the volume without raising the gain? I got the volume slider all the way up. All right, so let's do the reverse of what you just said, Sly. All right, so let's go and take it and go down to, up to minus 9. So I'm back up to minus 9, okay? Now, when I'm at minus 9, I can actually see the red overmodulation come on my Sony unit here, okay? So what I'm going to do, if it's not distorting, okay, I'm going to actually lower the volume down from 0 dB to minus 1. All right, so I just lowered minus 1. So let me be quiet for a second, okay? Okay, so now you got to hear it. So Jonathan says, I'm having a good time. Do you think Sagi from the Tech Gear Talk could help you? I've always had trouble with stuttering with OBS, but his video on OBS looks great. See if his video is 4K and see if he's actually putting up comments. Don't forget, by putting up the comments, it's running another, what do you call it? Extension on Chrome. All right, so Charles says OBS has compressors, limiters, denoisers, and deessers. Okay, so, okay, Charles, but I'm just playing with it now. Okay, this is like the first, no, this is the second time I'm actually using it. So that's why you got, you know, I can write the comments and look it up, but I got to go look and watch YouTubes on how to do that. So this is kind of like virgin territory. Minus 9 isn't clipping from your lavalier mic. Okay, good. So how about the noise level for the AC noise? Is it acceptable? Or, let's see, I'm at minus 1. Let's go to where I use my recording, which is minus 6. So I raise the volume just a hair. When I say a hair, I'm talking about the hair on your chinny chin chin, just a little bit. So Charles is saying, don't worry about the AC noise, we can get rid of it. Good, then we can stop playing around with that. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. We're having storms. So it drops down my, what do you call it? My throughput. So at minus 9 with headphones, I can clearly hear the AC. I'd say stay at minus 12 and let the people just turn up their volume. I'm running at 65%. Okay, so the next thing I got to figure out is how to make this thing go down to the second line. Because what is happening where it is not going down? Okay. Okay, just make it smaller. Okay. And then put it back down here near the bottom. There you go. Thank God we were able to solve one freaking problem. Okay. Let's see, Charles, I could show you from here home to enable the effects. Okay, I might tap you in on that one. How come you didn't come up? Oh, there it is. I could show you from here home to enable the effects. AC is still acceptable. All right, so we kind of settled. Scotty says, you won't be satisfied hearing the AC at this point. Okay. No, let me show you how to get rid of the AC noise. Okay, you can show me, but Charles, I'm on the air. Okay, so that's why I said be kind with me. I'm not going to just drop the broadcast right this second so that you can show me something. All right. Oh, that's another thing. I don't know how to figure out how many people are in the room. All right, so I've got 0 drop frames looking at the bottom. I've been on for 20 minutes. CPU usage is at 41%, 30 frames per second. And the kilobits per second is 15,196. I found where I can get some information. Okay. So Alex is clapping his hands. Alex, you're having fun watching me suffer here, aren't you? Sly says, Charles is the master at OBS. He has never had any stutter and rarely any background noise. Good. Then we're going to be tapping into that young man. Let's start by adding the denoiser. Okay, so let's add the denoiser. Scotty says 6 people are watching. It's almost embarrassing. It's like I'm supposed to know what I'm doing, right? So how do we add the denoiser? Let's see if I could do it while I'm running live. Okay, let's see if I hit these 3. That's hide and unhide. How about the gear? Oh, the gear. Oh, I have a sync offset. Very nice. Now, how do I work it? Okay, let's start by sync offset. We're going to go, all right, 5 milliseconds. All right, now tell me if my voice and my lips got better or worse. So this is at plus 5 milliseconds, okay? Plus 5 milliseconds. Now I'm going to go back down to 0. Now I'm going to go to minus 5 milliseconds. So now we are at minus 5 milliseconds. So which way did we get closer? Okay, so that's what I'm doing. And now I'm going to go back to 0, okay? Because I don't know if the sound is ahead of my lips or behind. So I would say the sound is ahead of my lips. So let's go down, just as a test. Let's go down to minus 12 milliseconds. All right, so now minus 12 milliseconds. And 1, 2, it looks like it's a little closer. So let's go to 20 milliseconds. All right, so now we're at minus 20 milliseconds. So how's the lip syncing doing now, guys? Minus 20 milliseconds. Let's go to minus 30. Okay, minus 30 milliseconds. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I'm going to go back all the way to 0. And then we'll do testing 1, 2, 3 again together. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to go plus 30 milliseconds. Okay, so now we're at plus 20 milliseconds. The plus side is not the right side. Okay, we got that set. Okay, you guys having fun yet? Okay, so now we're going to go to minus 50 milliseconds and see what happens with the synchronization. There we go. Charles says, if you call me, I can walk you through it. While I'm on the air, big boy? You want to call me while I'm on the air? Seriously? I'm not sure I like that idea. Okay. All right, so now how does the sync look? Alex, it's okay. We're going to deal with that at a later time. Jonathan is talking to Charles. I'm a sub to you to learn OBS. There you go, Charles. We got you a new sub. So now we've got 8 people in here. Oh my God. Now it's getting embarrassing. If you call me, I can walk you through it. Okay. How am I going to get your phone number? Let's see what we can do here. All right, so I do want to... No, you call me from your cell phone. Okay, how do I call you? Do I have your number? Let's see. Let's go phone. And contacts. Let's see if you're in here. No, you're not in here, Charles. Wait, let me try the other phone. That's line 1. Line 2, hold on. Okay, so contacts. Let's do a search. Charles. How do you spell Charles? No, you're not in this one either. All right, so I don't have your number. So if you want to, you can email me your phone number, Charles, to petergreggonline@aol.com. Nobody will see that. It'll come in on the computer over there. Okay, so if you want. So now we got 10 watching. Apparently, none of you guys have nothing to do on Saturday night. Okay, geez. Okay, so let's clear that out and let me go see if Charles has sent me his phone number. Okay, so let's go over there. I better take this with me. All right, so you'll still be able to hear me because the mic is on my body. All right, so where is it? I got to go to Peter Gregg Online. And I thought I did that one already. Okay, so let's do that. All right, the other computer. Let's go looking at my email. And it says I'm live. Okay. Okay, so petergreggonline@aol.com, and I don't have anything from Charles yet. So Charles, if you're sending me an email, I should look to get it. Okay, so in the meantime, I do want to see over here. New window. I want to see how to do a speed test. Speed test. Very first one. Okay, so let's do the speed test. Miami, Florida. All right, we've got 800 up. 900 up and down. So we are doing okay. So the stuttering is coming in from somewhere else. You sure you wish to exit? No, I don't wish to exit. So let me check the email again. Charles, you sending me your phone number, buddy? Come on, Charles. You can do it. You can do it. Let's see. Search. Charles. I want to see if it's in the yeah, you guys have no plans tonight. Let's see if I have his email somewhere. Not your email, your phone number. So if I look through, oh wait, we did get something in. Charles. Okay, Charles, I got your phone number. So I'm guessing there's a delay. Okay. Okay, and you're going to be very sweet to me, Charles. Okay. Okay. Okay, the keypad. Okay, so I'm going to put 1. The first 3 numbers. The second 3 numbers. You better be at your computer, Charles. Don't be doing guessing while I'm live. It's going to make me look like an idiot. All right, Charles. One ringy dingy. So when you answer, the people will be able to hear me. Hey, Doc. How you doing? All right. So this is my first foray into OBS. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yes. Can I put this so you're on speakerphone so people can hear? Or you want to keep it private? Okay, I don't want to embarrass you in any way. Okay. All right, so what I'm seeing now is me in the center upper part.
Okay.
And across the bottom, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little windows. The first one is scenes. The second one is sources. The third one is audio mixer. Then the scene transitions. And finally, controls. So that's what I'm looking at.
Okay, let's start with your audio mixer. When you look at your audio mixer, on the audio mixer, you're going to see sort of like an imitation of LED lights when each audio, like for example, your microphone, you can see it where it's lighting up like an LED.
Yes.
Okay, let's start with that, all right? On your audio window, all right, is where you're going to control and add all the effects like the noise gauge. We call them VSD effects. Like you have noise gauge, you have de-essers, you have compressors, you have enhancers, you have all that stuff built into OBS, and all of that is added on that window. How do you add it? Okay, here's what we're going to do. You're going to look for your microphone, and on where you see the levels light up, on the right hand side, you're going to see like a gear.
Okay. There's a gear at the very bottom, not on the right hand.
That's it. Okay. Okay, you're going to see a gear. All right. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your mouse and you're going to right click it.
Oh, right click, not left click?
No, exactly. Right click.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Left click. I'm sorry. Left click.
Okay. So I right click and I get Advanced Audio Properties.
Okay, you're going to go to Advanced Audio Properties.
I'm there.
Okay, what do you see?
I see columns with a list. So desktop audio is the first on the list on the left, live chat, mic, aux, AUX, and Sony E10W.
Okay, all right, so and all of that are the things that you see, right? Let's close on that window.
Okay, I will close that out. And don't forget, I'm on the Mac. I can't share my screen, Vidal. I don't know how to share my screen.
That's okay. I'm gonna teach you how to do all of that. All right. Okay. Once you close that window, we're gonna reopen it again.
Okay. So on the audio mixer, I have one item, and it is mic/auxiliary. I see the meters jumping. I see a level slider, and I see 3 dots. And at the very bottom of that window, I see a gear and another 3 dots.
Okay, open up the gear. Okay, with by left clicking.
Okay, got it. All right, we're back in the same spot.
Okay, what do you see? A window should open up. All right, like kind of like a menu, which gives you selections.
Okay, I don't think I'm at the spot that you want me to be at, because I don't see selections.
Okay, let's close it up again.
Okay, you want to try the 3 dots?
All right, no, I want you to read me on the audio window. What do you see on the audio window?
Okay, first of all, it's called Audio Mixer.
Correct, huh?
Okay, then I see a title of mic/AUX.
Okay.
Then I see the meter, the green meter, tapping into the yellow. So as I talk, it's doing its meter thing. Okay.
Okay.
Then I see a slider bar for the sound level.
Okay.
Okay. And then I see a speaker, which allows me to mute it and unmute it. Then I see 3 dots.
Okay. Left click on the 3 dots.
Okay. Now I get choices, and one of them is properties.
Properties. Okay. What else? Which read what are all the what's the menu that you see? In other words, read what you see on that. When you open up that menu, read to me what you see on that menu.
Okay, top to bottom or bottom to top?
Bottom to top. It's going to
Adva
be towards the bottom.
right, advanced audio properties.
Okay, keep on.
Properties.
Okay.
Filters.
Okay, you're going to go to where it says filters.
Got it.
Open that one.
Got it. Okay, so I opened a big window and it's empty, but it does have a plus where I can add stuff to it.
Correct. On the left hand side,
right.
You're going to see on, I don't remember if it's on the top or on the bottom, but one of them it says audio and the bottom one says video.
This particular one says filters for mic/auxiliary, so it's got nothing to do with video here. It's audio filters is the heading.
Okay. Click on the plus sign.
Got it. All right, I clicked.
Okay.
Now
there is a selection that comes up, right? And those are all the effects that are available for OBS.
I recognize the names. So there's an equalizer, a compressor, yes, an expander, limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So the first one we're going to do, read to me what you see, because I don't know what VST plugins you have on your OBS. So read to me what exactly you see.
All right. Top to bottom.
Yes.
3-band equalizer. Next. Compressor. Next. Expander. Next. Gain. Next. Invert polarity. Next. Limiter. Next. Noise gate. Next. Noise suppression. Network. Next.
Okay. Open noise suppression.
Got it. All right, so please specify the name of the filter, noise suppression. I'm just going to leave it with that regular name.
Leave it with that regular name. Did you open it up?
Okay, I added it. So now it's the number, it's the only thing on my list.
Okay, now go back, all right, and open it up again. Don't open the noise suppression. Open the list by clicking add-on.
Okay, clicking the plus on the bottom, and you want to add something else in there. What else?
Yeah, we're gonna add a compressor, okay, to your mic.
Okay.
All right, so add and then just click compressor.
Okay.
And we're gonna start by using the defaults, which are pretty good, okay, to get you started.
Okay, it's in.
All right. Now close out of that window, all right, and test your audio and see if you can hear the AC still.
Okay.
I cannot hear you because I'm on the phone, okay, while, I cannot hear the audio of of what you're doing and the audio on the phone.
Okay.
My system's
all right, let's be quiet for a second. And you guys that are watching, all right, listen when I'm going to be quiet and Charles is going to be quiet, and tell me if the AC sound got less, and give me a comment. I can tell you right now it did, because it's when I don't talk, it's actually not fluttering on my meter. It's just flat dead.
Okay.
So if it didn't make the sound bad, then that took care of it right there. Okay?
That's okay. That's how you add your effects. All of that you can tweak each one. I just don't want to overcomplicate you. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through an easy setup. All right, so that way it can get you going.
Okay, so we'll get some feedback in a minute or two, because there's a little bit of a delay, and people will tell us if the sound got better or not. Wait, we got something from Sly. Okay, Sly says AC noise instantly went away when you put on the noise suppressor. Okay, and then Vidal is saying no AC noise. All right, so my question to you, Sly and Vidal and Scott. Okay, so they're all going, yes, it did the trick. Is the quality still good, or am I getting cut off, or everything is just nice, just the way it is? So that's the question I'm asking. So back to you, Charles. So it sounds like you did what was necessary, and I do know how to work the compressors and the limiters, so I can go back and adjust if it's needed.
Right.
But if it ain't broke, let's not. If it ain't broke, let's not fix it. Okay.
Right. The same way you work, those are all effects like if you were like in a studio, right? So the same way that you would work your levels on a compressor, the levels on your equalizers and all that stuff, you just do it, digitally on your screen, on your computer screen.
Okay, sounds good. So it's all the comments are going. Scotty is saying no audio is snipping. It's a go. Vidal says yes, quality is good. Sly says quality is 100%. So you did that. You fixed that. Can we fix the?
What else do you want me to fix?
Pardon?
What else would you like me to fix for you?
Well, first, before we go on, let me say thank you. So thank you, Charles.
Oh, no problem.
I am grateful when people help me. Okay, so.
No, I know OBS because that's what I use, all right? So I know OBS left and right. So.
Okay. All right. So the next thing is, I'm not quite sure why we're getting stuttering, and we're running OBS at 4K, and I've got in the first column where the scenes are, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 scenes in there. It's basically 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras. So I got all 4 of my 4K cameras coming into OBS, but I'm obviously only showing one at a time.
All right. So to fix that, okay, the first thing we're gonna do, all right, is we're gonna look at we call the console, right? On the somewhere on the lower, let me think.
Can we make the audio any louder?
Of course, you can.
Can we do that?
Would you like the audio louder?
Yeah, I'm on the slider. I'm at full volume, and people are saying, Scotty says, it needs to be raised a little bit.
Okay, what we're gonna do, all right, the first thing we wanna do, all right, is we're gonna take that slider, all right, and I want you to lower it to about 80% because we're gonna add gain in a different place.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to lower it down to minus 3 dB.
Right, okay.
Okay, where are we going next?
All right, now we're going to go back. You remember how we added the compressor and all that stuff?
I think I right-clicked on something and got a list.
I believe it was on the 3 dots.
Right, and it says filters. So I'm going to go there again.
Exactly.
And I'm going to go to the plus, and one of them is gain. I have a gain option. Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. There you go.
Okay, so let's add the gain. Let it be named gain. All right, so it's right in the middle. Okay.
Okay, it's right in the middle. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to add gain, and you're going to add, or in other words, set it to where it says, let's start by setting it to where it says +3.
Okay. All right, so I'm at plus 3 dBs, and the only choice I have is to close. Okay.
Okay, exactly. Yeah, that's where you add your gain so that you can start working with that.
Okay, so now Scotty and everybody else that's complaining, now we're at plus 3 dB, and it does look a little louder. So let's go to on the slider.
That's how you add your alternation or your gain. Like if you're looking at your recording console,
yes,
right? That is what that does. Okay, so now what you do is you go back to your slider and start readjusting to the levels that you want.
Okay.
On OBS, do not be afraid for it to go into the red.
All right, so let's test it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scotty, Sly, Vidal. Okay. Okay, so let's go and go up. Let's go to full force. Okay, so now It's not even tapping the red yet. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just barely tapping the red.
Okay.
So there is about a 40-second delay. So let Sly and Scott and Vidal and Jonathan give me some feedback on the volume. Does the volume sound nice and punchy rather than me sounding like a wuss, guys? I don't want to be a wuss. I want to be a man with a good voice. So how does that sound? Somebody give me some feedback. Okay. Okay, so we haven't gotten any feedback yet. And so I'm waiting, Charles. You doing all right, Charles?
Okay.
I'm sorry to be
Oh yeah.
bothering you.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. I just woke up in the middle of the night. Because I got thirsty. So and then I turned on my phone to look at the message, and I saw you were online. So I just popped. Looked at the phone and just popped and went into the room.
Yeah, we went tonight to my brother's house for dinner and a movie, as they say.
Oh wow.
So just got back home. I laid back in my bed, and I started playing with OBS today. So there's a curiosity that goes with it. So I came back in and started playing with it again. All right. So
Okay.
Sly says a little bit too much gain, and Alex says it's okay on my phone. All right. So the slider is at 100%, 0 dB. So I'm going to
Yeah.
pull it down for safety to -7, 0.7, I'm sorry, 0.7.
Okay.
Okay, that gives me a little bit of a buffer because I don't want to throw Sly out of her bed up there,
Yeah. What you want to do, all right? What you want to do with that gain that we went into, okay? You want to set it to where you've got some hot levels, and then what you do is you adjust it. You go back to the window that you're in now, and you adjust your level there until you find an audio level that you like, but you've got to have a hot signal to start with, and the only way to get the hot signal to start with
was with that
is
gain.
by
Yes,
exactly. Okay, yes.
got it. Good job. Boy, you must be really good at surgery.
Oh,
Okay, so everybody is saying, no, Scott is saying level is still low compared to other YouTube streams. Vidal is saying, don't worry, I'm using pro speakers and you sound great. All right, so when I go back to listen to this myself, I know where to go in and bump up the gain. So it's very much like Logic Pro on the Mac, where you
exactly.
can bump up the gain as you wish, and then you ride the throttle, as they say. Okay, you ride
There
the,
you go. Yes,
okay.
that is correct.
All right, so that's solved. I know where to add the gain, and we are actually running at a much hotter signal than we had before. Good job. All right. All right, so what do you think we want to address next? Um,
Let's
as,
address your latency.
okay, let's work on that.
Okay. To address your latency, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna see, all right, where you're at on your bandwidth.
Okay, you want to drive?
Okay.
Tell me what you want me to
Now,
do.
I know that you have a very good
Yeah, I
signal.
got 1,000 up, 1,000 down through AT&T,
Okay. Okay.
and
So you
we're
control your
riding
bandwidth.
we're riding above 900. I just did a speed test.
Okay, so the bandwidth is there, so we're not going to worry about the bandwidth. What we need to worry about, all right, is you are on your Mac M1.
Yes,
Is it your your Mac M1, and that Mac M1 has what, like 8 gigs of RAM or 16 gigs of RAM?
I think this one's got 8. It's the bottom of the
8.
line. 256 hard drive
Okay,
and
not a
8
problem.
gigs.
Okay, it's not a problem. All right. So what we're gonna do, the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at your percentages of CPU that it's using, GPU and all that stuff.
Okay,
So on
43% across the bottom.
43%.
It's saying 43, 39 now, but let's say 40 to 43. CPU usage. I've got a green square, and kilobytes per second is 15,148.
Okay, so you are perfect. Okay, so that is not where your problem comes in. All right, your problem on bandwidth is set. All right, do not touch that. All right, because the problem is not with your bandwidth. So now let's look at how you have your camera set. Okay.
Got it.
So let's look at. Are you using how do you have your, or how is, let me put it this way, let me think about a second. How did you add your video sources for OBS?
Okay, so I created a scene called Sony E1001. So it's number 1. Okay.
Okay,
Then
so
I
the Sony
went.
E10. Okay, let's start with the Sony E10. When you created the Sony E10, right? The camera is hooked up via USB or via HDMI.
The cameras are all connected via HDMI.
And they're going straight into the computer, right? Until I guess you have some sort of or is it going into your ATM Mini?
No, the ATM Mini is not involved. So the cameras are
Okay.
going through a Blackmagic 4K card
Okay.
that's inside of a box that's called a Sonnet box, and is connected
Oh,
to the Mac Mini M1 with a Thunderbolt connection.
with a Thunderbolt connection. Okay. All right. So then the first thing that we're gonna do, all right, is okay. On your latency, what exactly is it doing? Is it like delaying? Is it breaking up the audio from the video?
You and I can't hear it at this point, so I don't know. But what I do see is a lot of stuttering. So I have a tendency to stand and waddle left, right, kind of like going left and right.
Okay.
Vidal, the newest one. If you go to OBS.com, whatever they got there right now, that's what I'm using.
Okay. Let's start
29,
with your.
Vidal, 29.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with the first camera that you're using right now. That you are using. Are you on the Sony camera?
Yes.
Okay. On the Windows scene, where you see the Windows scene,
Yeah.
I want you to left click on the selection for the camera.
Okay, so let's just make sure I'm in the right place. So I've got a column called Scenes and one called Sources.
Okay. On the window where you have the sources.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, sources, which is where you select with the camera, and that's where the camera comes live. On the window where it says sources, select or highlight the camera.
Got it.
And I want you to left click on it.
Left click, regular click. It didn't do anything. I could right click and get a lot of menus if you're looking for that.
Okay. Okay. What did you get on your right click?
Okay. From the bottom up, property.
Yeah, it should be one that says filters.
All right. So let me look for filters. So properties, filters. The next one up. Okay.
Okay. There you go. Click on that one.
Okay. And it's empty. But now I have.
You see one that says video. Okay. And then you have a plus sign.
Yes. Audio, video filters plus.
Okay. Go to where it says video and then add the plus.
Got it. Okay.
And now what do you see for your selection?
It looks like the same list, Charles, as the audio. It's giving me compressor, expander. Let me look down near the bottom. It's got video delay. VS.
Okay, there you go.
You want that one?
That's your video delays,
Okay. And it says video delay async.
Basic.
ASYNC.
Okay. All right. What else? Let's go back.
Okay.
All right. And open up the filters again.
Got it.
Okay. What other selection do you have for video?
All right. So the bottom one is video delay with something in parentheses. The next one is VST 2.x plugin.
Okay, that's how you add the additional plugins that you import, all right, from the VST library. We're not going to go there right now.
Okay.
All right.
And everything after that is audio related. Noise suppression, noise gate, limiter. So the only thing that's pertaining to the video is video delay.
It's video delay. All right. Let's click on the VST plugins.
Okay. I clicked it. I added it.
And you're going to see a new selection.
I can see, please select a plugin. And if I click on it, there is no plugins. It's empty.
There is no plugin, okay, because you have not installed the plugin.
Right.
All right, so, okay, I'll send you instructions on how to set up or how to add a plugin, all right, so that your video doesn't stutter, because you have to add a plugin, all right, so that your video source, right, because the reason why it is stuttering,
Mm-hmm.
all right, it's because your source, your camera, right, is not, it's sort of like out of sync. I don't know how to explain it to you in easy words, you know, but it creates a stutter. In other words, sometimes your cameras might be set, let's say, at 4K 60 frames, or you have it at 4K 24 frames, and it's reading a certain video property, okay, on OBS. So, for example, if your OBS is reading 4 cameras at, and it's set at 3 cameras at 4K 30 frames per second, and your camera is set to 4K 24 frames per second, it's going to stutter, all right, because it's not matched to the same frame rate that your OBS is. Do you sort of follow me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you need to look at what your OBS is set to.
Okay,
All right,
we
so
go
that
into
you can
settings.
match it.
Settings.
Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that. All right.
Okay.
The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to view what your video is set at. And so what I want you to do is I want you to close those windows that you opened up.
Okay, got it.
On the console on the left hand side, where it says, you know how you selected start streaming? You have buttons on it. It says one of them says like go live or start streaming, something like that.
Yeah. And
underneath it, you see one that says recording. Then there's one that says settings.
correct. I see it.
Okay, open that one up.
Okay. And it's like we hit the mother load here. So lots of stuff to play with.
Yes, that's what we're gonna go with and set everything up.
Okay.
That is the main window where you set your parameters for OBS. All right, where you set how you want to live stream, at what frame rate you want to set it at. You want to stream at 1080, or you want to stream at 4K, 24, 30, or 60 frames per second. That's where you set it up.
Okay, so let's start setting these things up.
Okay, some of these things that we're going to set up, you cannot set them while you are live, because once you go live, all right, the settings get grayed out and you cannot adjust them. You can only set them when you're not live, and then you got to restart OBS, all right, so that, you know, it grabs those settings.
Okay, so give me a second, all right?
Okay.
All right, guys, so now I'm talking to everybody in the audience. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go through these settings with Charles, and then I'll come back in a little bit and come back live. And whoever's still awake, because I realize it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll be here. So thanks for everybody for joining me. God bless you, and we'll continue to have fun with this. Bye. Okay, I think